LTA, baby, let's go. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back. What a time. What a time. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the streams. All right. We're going to have a killer day today. We already see something potentially happening in the short term here. Potential trade setup coming along here. Okay, let me do my analysis for gold. Let's dive deep. Man. What a week. What a journey as well. I want to wish all the new members in our private group also a fantastic welcome here. We had 2 incredible events, one on a Friday, one yesterday, and today, of course, we have the live streams on YouTube. So, incredible job, guys. Keep it up, keep it up. The structure is unbelievable. The way you guys are sharing your setups is unreal. Okay, absolutely unreal. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Putting in the work right away, sharing your setups, utilizing the threads, going through every single thing here. I hope you also see indeed the setups. The daily updates on a day-to-day basis here as well. And the new video series is coming very, very soon here. So keep it up, fam. Keep it up, fam. Incredible, incredible job here. Okay. Let me know if you guys are ready. Let's dive into gold right away. Nothing else to say here. Oh yeah, one thing. I have a family visit. Okay. Somebody in my family comes to visit me here tomorrow. Okay. Haven't seen him in around... Well, it's almost been 2 years now. So that's pretty wild, okay? So therefore, I will not be able to stream tomorrow and Thursday, okay? Only this week. After that, I'm gonna go full-time. Full-time streaming every day, okay? Except for a Friday, but like 4 days a week. Definitely 4 days a week, okay? Just so you know, some family. Also, of course, super important here. So, let's put on a nice tune, all right? Let's see what we have here. Nice. Clean. Fantastic. Okay. Let's make it happen. Okay, number 1. Let's talk about gold here. Couple of beautiful setups, by the way. Some things that we have to talk about and look at. Okay. Most importantly, we have right now a massive, crazy open for gold here. Okay. Let me quickly dive into gold on another chart on the higher time frame. The way we have opened the week is absolutely nuts. We're talking 1,000 pips to the downside. Okay. On the weekly candle here. Look at the weekly candle. That's just one big massive wick to the downside here. 1,000 pips from the top to the bottom. I think it was, yeah, exactly 1,000 pips here. So that's absolutely nuts. Okay. Now, do take into consideration that obviously you can see already one thing very, very clearly. And that is that the weekly candle and the weekly open is missing a top wick. Based upon that, and also the daily, of course, automatically, you can see right now that, you know, this was quite a forced move to the downside. Very forced, very aggressive, okay? So when we take this to the 4 hour, we get into the momentum shift right now, okay? However, yes, we took out all the liquidity here, all the lows that was built up. The trend is now taken out here. Fantastic. You know, a lot of people that went long, over leverage and stuff. A lot of stop losses were built. One big move to the downside here. So yesterday, I didn't see trade. It was just one big massive move here without any retracement whatsoever. Now, the opening price is at 23.92. We're currently sitting at 23.05. All right. So what we're currently can see here is on the 4 hour time frame, and I think it's key, is that for the first time right now since yesterday, we have kind of like 3 beautiful wicks created. We have never seen that one before here. So, you know, we see that here, we see that here, we see that here. So this is the first real potential chance of a bounce here. Okay, that bounce is something that I'm interested in. Obviously, we came back into a mid-range from that last swing to that swing high. It's also the 50% tapping into a fixed, you know, POC here. You guys can see clearly that the POC was right at that point here. And do take consideration that the price came back to the exact starting point of the month. That means that where we opened the month here in April, This is where price was. This is where we are right now, roughly. Very close to it. Okay? So we in a matter of a day, we managed to come down all the way. And everything that we built up from the whole month cut out in practically, you know, one day, 1.5 days here. So that's pretty wild too. Okay? Now let's take this to the lower time frame. Let's talk about the 50 minutes, for example. What do we see here? Okay? We're seeing now a couple things that I think are key. We tapped into the POC. We're reacting from it really nicely. Okay. Now we have obviously right now here the the consolidation here. Okay. We have the manipulation here, where you started to come down to take out the lows. So you consolidate it here, you manipulate it here, you tap into one of our key levels. That 4-hour candle is a living proof of the way we're, you know, forcing price to get into our direction here. And now, of course, we will have also at the same time the potential expansion there. So if that happens here, you know, you consolidate, you manipulate, and you then expand, you tap into the POC, our point of control of that fixed range, right? The starting point of the month. Then we always look at the two things. This is number one. It's that low and it's that high. It's that last high that created that expansion, that created that manipulation. Now, if we're getting to that break point, the breaking point above here, this is what we call entry model number 3. Okay. At the same time, from a session standpoint, London opened up, it flipped, and it took out and manipulated the Asian lows. And if we now manage to create a higher high here, I think there is a big chance that we can come up to take out at least the highs. And the reason why is because look at this forced move to the downside. Look how forced and aggressive this move was. And I'm not talking all the way to the Sunday open. It's way too far ahead now. But at least look at the way we have been selling off here super aggressively around the New York Stock Exchange to the downside. Crazy. I think there is a lot of stop losses built up above here. And then particularly talking about the 2335-ish level. So therefore, you can see that the entry model 3 is super nice. If you want to know more about it, of course, make sure you download the ebook. It's a necessary tool in order to trade with us here live on stream. So therefore, when you go here to page 52, you will see what I mean. That's the exact same pattern, the exact same pattern as you currently are seeing here, or page 53, sorry. It's this right here. We consolidate, we manipulate, and we expand, and we break, and we take out the initial high to put in the low. And we tapped, of course, into a POC level, which could have also been another key level. But in this case, it was the POC level right here. And therefore, you can see clearly that the moment we break above here, then this is, of course, what we are looking for, a potential long setup. Depending on how we develop here, we put our stop loss below either this expansion at 22.99 or below the last low here, targeting, of course, that gap. Something in that manner could be definitely interesting to look at. So yeah, make sure you keep a close eye on the ebook. You read it, you understand it, all right, and then this should be a no-brainer. All right, this entry should be a complete no-brainer right here, based upon that confirmation. Now for the rest, we have the 10-year yield. It's still sitting in resistance right now at the moment. Okay, in a daily resistance, we are unable to break it. We are pushing up a little bit here, so do take that in consideration. But again, at the same time, yeah, I'm not that impressed with the correlation at the moment here. I think gold is doing practically its own thing, and the reason why it's doing its own thing is just because of the fact that, you know, there are so many things happening right now currently in the world, which of course makes sense when you know everything that's happening. So gold is literally in his own little bubble this particular moment. So be aware of that. Right? So yeah, let's see how we evolve and let's see if we can break it. Preferably we come up and we close above it with this 30-minute candle. And then there are two scenarios, okay? Aggressive trade will be stop loss below that last low. The more safer play will be there. And obviously I'm aiming, targeting the previous Sunday open. There's not the Sunday open of this week, the previous Sunday open, and taking out, first of all, this major high. I think that's an absolute key point where I believe that there are a lot of stop losses built up above. So for example, stop losses built above here. There we go. Something like that. You know, something like that, taking it out here. I do believe that this is potentially a really nice, clean setup to look at today. Okay. Keep in mind, a couple things can ruin it for us. Number one is the news. Okay, the news is coming along here. We have 3 major news events here. We have the S&P PMI in 2 folders, and then the new home sales as well here. So do take that in consideration. All right, I hope that makes sense. Now, hopefully, and this is what I prefer. I prefer the 4-hour candle to close still below it. And the next 4-hour candle, of course, creating the bottom wick. Okay, that will be the ideal case scenario. If this 30-minute candle closes above it, fantastic. That will also be a potential scenario here. If the 4-hour candle, and this is important, if the 4-hour candle breaks above or closes, let's say, perfectly below, the next candle breaks above here, the next 4-hour candle gets developed, which is in like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, then I'm willing to put my stop loss a little bit tighter. Okay, then it does not mean that I'm going to put my stop below here. Then I'm going to put my stop right at around the 2300, something like that here, to then target the highs here. So it all depends to how we manage and how we close and how we develop this 4-hour candle as well, in case we are still below it once it opens. Okay, if it opens and it, let's say the 30-minute candle closes above here already, and it creates a bottom wick and it flips it, might be already entering in this case. Okay, but be aware of the fact that then I'm not willing to put my stop loss here. I'm willing to give the next 4-hour candle some breathing room and put my stop loss below the low. That's it. Okay, hopefully we see an expansion here. I really like it personally, and I think that the previous Sunday open is a fantastic target to look at initially as well. We do have still a key level, a previous weekly value area, low level in between. But again, I think once we get there, I think that we will already be able to to potentially manage our trade accordingly. Okay, very, very nice. Beautiful. So he says Discord error, unable to accept invite. No idea what's happening here. Maybe let's check if it's working for a couple new guys in our community. So far, I think it's working. So far, I think it's working. Okay, makes sense here. Okay, I think it's still working. Make sure you download the app, or if not, go and try it out from a different browser or something like that. Maybe it works here. Couldn't be more proud of you guys in our group. Absolutely sharing setups like it's nothing. Okay, putting it into practice here and yeah, making it happen, man. Making it happen, man. The wins are piling in. It's unbelievable. I have never seen anything like this before. So not in this level right here, not that fast. Also, which is kind of crazy. Beautiful stuff. Grant, amazing. Keep it up, my G. Shout out to Grant, one of our moderators here. Johnny, beautiful. Entry model 1, S&P 500 short from the previous weekly very low. Yeah, super nice, G. Super nice. Mariana, Sunday open. Yeah, nice. And you still set in the top wick and you flipped it. Beautiful. Could have also been a nice entry model 3, by the way, here. I see that gap there. I see that you see that, you know, the potential break. You tapped into the Sunday open, you created the top wick, you flipped it. Then entry model 3 could have also been on that break of that initial expansion. So you then manipulate up internally. I see it on the 5-minute chart here, or maybe on the lower time frame, where you then break below here. So no, that's really nice, really clean, Mariana. Super good. Okay. Okay. For the rest, man, look at this. Yesterday's trade, incredible. This is the NASDAQ right here. Okay. Super clean. So we had the previous day. It's a Monday, right? So you sometimes use Friday's range. We use the previous week, but again, we were expanding heavily to the downside here. Yes, I agree with the trend is your friend, but I still believe that you sometimes can look for counter trade setups, and this was a key example. What happened here was Asia opened and it started to build that liquidity right here. All the stop losses were sitting below. And then what happened was around this time, and this was at 9:30, okay? 9:30 is the New York Stock Exchange open. We flipped it, We came into the opening price of the week, the Sunday open, and we set in for entry model number 1. And what did we say? You always want to enter on the body flip if you break the low here. So this is the candle, first key touch point. Candle, it came in, tapped into the Sunday open here. And then this next candle, this third candle, is the entry candle. It took out the previous lows, so then you don't have to enter on the wick. You can enter on the body flip. Why? Because the liquidity here has been taken out. You flipped it damn bullish, and you can take an entry model. And of course, your target would have been the previous day POC. And look at how you tapped into it. Perfectly on the spot. Couldn't be better. Exit right there. Even setting up for a nice short. And again, getting rejected at it twice right now. Okay? Twice at this particular moment. Right here. Okay? So yeah, look at how the 4-hour on gold is setting up. The first time that we're kind of seeing a strong 4-hour candle formation. It's the first time we're actually seeing this. And of course, we have already a 12-hour window. So 3 4-hour candles right now showing that there is more demand coming in from the 2290 levels, pushing price further up. So anything below the 2300 has now been taken out. And now it seems that from a psychological standpoint, we're trying to push price up here. And this might be a nice entry model to take in consideration. Okay. Yeah, you know when I'm going to put my stop loss below here. And you also know when I'm going to put my stop loss below here. If we are seeing a 4-hour candle closure above. It really depends on how we close. So yeah, regardless, looking solid to me. All right, very good. Which POCs are important? Previous day, previous week, 4-hour, or previous month. All of them. It depends on the structure of the week, the formations, the structure of the market. A lot of things here are key. Let me quickly look here in the chat here to see what we have in the building with us today. All right. I didn't do that yet. Wanted to dive straight into gold today. Let's see what we have here. Let's smash the like button. Clean. 357. That's crazy, man. Good job, guys. Welcome. Calisthenics enjoyer, my man. Great to see you, my G. Poker time. Good to see you. Lord Blanket. Good to see you, my bro. Grant, of course. Johnny is killing it in the indices, man, with LTA. Killing it in the indices. Blue Turtle. Pro 5 Nation. Good to see you. Rian. Hey, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Rian. Jurgen. Great to see you, Jurgen. Euros. Rebook. Danny. Connor. Nice. Nice. Nas, hi from Dubai. Jonathan. Liam says LTA finally starting to make sense after a few weeks of going over it. Fuck yeah, bro. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, let me set up my Vantage real quick. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice, man, if you start breaking above here. Also from that like trend line perspective here, you can see that we already broke above it. Now, of course, be careful with fakeouts here. Like a lot of people tend to enter on a break. I'm not that convinced yet here, okay? It's always looking, you can look at trend line breakouts, whatever you want to do here. You know, potentially tapping into it multiple times, you know, and then breaking above it. It will be great, but at the same time, for me, that's not a confirmation for a trade, okay? The confirmation of my trade is a manipulation, consolidation, manipulation, expansion, and a break above the previous high. That's what I want to see. That's showing me that there is actually strong enough momentum from the lows to potentially push us up and break above it here. We might hold here, we might flip here. Overall great, but you know, so many times I see people entering on a trend break, utilizing just the trend, and then boom, you come down again, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you break above it, you can still come down, right? It's never 100% sure here. Make sure you utilize proper risk management. But yeah, it's just a better confirmation, a much cleaner and better confirmation to the upside here if you start breaking that initial move right there. Okay, very, very nice, very clean. Are you trading on a funded account? No. Why do you think the bearish trend will be broken? Well, I do believe that based upon what we're seeing here, right? It's just observe how 4 hour, 4 times 4 hour candle closures are getting created here. Noticed how we came below the 2300, like a psychological level. How we tapped beautifully into the POC here. And how this last candle now potentially, finally squeezed out the last lows and then potentially makes that move here. I do just see the potential of a short-term play here. Okay, a short-term play, breaking the highs and looking for an expansion here. That's all we're looking at right now at the moment. Yeah. Do you think news will make gold drop? Anything is possible around news, but I think we just need to focus on the structure and time things correctly here, and then manage our risk accordingly whenever needed, especially when it's news related or when there is, when news is very close. I also think it's important to, pay attention here to, how price is moving, to the price action. Okay. For all my Forex traders out there, this is very bullish. The GU broke below here. Sunday open, of course, this would have been a beautiful trade to the downside. It sat in the top wick of the week. It then flipped below the Sunday open. That means a bearish weekly candle flip, which is also the daily candle flip yesterday. You can see that we started to consolidate, and then, an entry model would have been nice around that breaking point right there. Okay, very, very clean. Taking it down. Now, yesterday, of course, you started to flip here. Eventually, you retraced back. And now we have broken above multiple internal highs here. So be pays attention to that. You also tapped during, and I need to see what time it was, during London. We tapped into the previous daily value area low. Okay, you can see that here. Previous daily value area low. And again, same scenario where you broke above it right there. Okay, so this is entry model 3 as well. However, you want to be careful around the Sunday open. So I'm not sure if I actually would have taken this one. To be really honest with you. Okay, you see that high here. You see that manipulation, the consolidation manipulation and the breakout. You came back and you shoot up here. But again, the opening price of the week would have scared me probably out of my position. And potentially, managed my risk, as you could have just come back and then potentially come down here. Even though this internal structure is very good, you always want to be careful here around that particular time span here. But now we have closed above the Sunday open on multiple levels. So a retracement is a potential scenario here, potentially back towards the previous weekly value area low. So, GU looks very solid in my opinion now at this particular moment here. Okay. Why is the Sunday open level important in trading? So why is the Sunday open level important in trading? Now, number one, okay, you always want to make sure that you understand what price is doing. You do not have that much information and data yet. Therefore, you want to make sure that the opening price of the week is your actual guideline here. Okay, it's the only level which you can truly build on to understand a direction. You want to combine this, of course, with the weekly candle formation, the top or bottom candle that's getting created, and potentially a move up followed by a move down, or a move down followed by a move up results also into either a bullish or bearish weekly candle flip. That's interesting. If that makes sense around specific times in the markets, like the London Open, the New York Open, you name it, or any particular news event, then this can only induce, or increase the amount of volume in the market, and therefore increase the chance of a successful trade setup based upon that inducement and that continuation here. So opening price of the week are one of the major key levels. Are we trading below it? Are we trading above it? If so, Why are we trading below it? And why are we trading above it? Okay. So yeah, really clean. Okay. I'm liking this, fam. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So we're breaking it before the 4 hours, so we have to put our stop loss below here. That's the thing. Still reasonable overall. There we go. Something like that. Stop loss below, and we target the highs here. What level is it? 2343. 2243. Ah. 2050. Okay, I'm gonna go long here. We're in. We're in a long. Okay. You guys understand the entry model here? You guys know exactly why we entered. If so, press a 1 in the chat if you understand the exact reason. Okay. It's very key, very important that you understand why we enter, where it's based on, our entry models, and our overall understanding of our key levels here. Okay? So, whatever happens, happens. You now know exactly why we are entering here. Okay? Very, very nice, very clean. And let's see how we develop. Look at the break, not looking at the trend line confirmation, even though this time it actually held to. But that break is where, for us, the magic happens here. So yeah, not our stop loss below. Our stop loss is below here just because the 4 hour. If the 4 hour would have been closed, we can move our stop loss as well. In that case, in my opinion. But yeah, just pay very close attention to it. Okay, see how we go from here. Why didn't you wait for the retracement? 1 minute is way overbought. Confirmation of our entry model. It's tested 1,000+ times. So we're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some. But for me, it's very. I'm pretty confident about the setup itself here, regardless of the outcome. What is a stop loss right now? 22.91. Okay, we move our stop loss later on if the 4 hour closes. If the 4 hour closes, we would have put our stop loss at 2301. Now we are forced to put it below here. I would suggest to give it some room. Okay. Give it some room. Let it breathe. What if you cannot afford the stop loss? Then it's on your own risk here. Okay. Yeah. It's just the way this strategy works. Sometimes we have very tight stop losses. Other days we have to play it a little bit wider. We take the average. So the average risk to reward is eventually where we get to. So then I highly recommend to not take it. Because you can potentially pull back a little bit. A little bit of drawdown is nothing special. And you don't want to get stopped out while we're still in our trade. There we go. Okay, give us a breakdown of the entry. Go a bit back. I think you just came in, then go a little bit back here. Because we talked about it for the first, 15 minutes. NASDAQ thoughts before the news. Well, we have to wait and see now, because the previous daily POC is our key level of resistance here. So yeah, man, we're gonna wait and see how that one unfolds. Okay. We will find out very, very soon here. Gold. Done. Yeah, I want to see the stop loss built up above here. Especially above the 23, 30, 34. That's what I'm aiming for. So we might have to give this trade a little bit of a breathing room here. Okay. Especially after that formation right there. But overall, really good. And internal confirmation also is the point of control here, which is sitting at 2301. So I think that this is the lower time frame fixed POC, one of our security layers. Okay, so be aware around that level. And yeah, we're gonna let it run. This one we're gonna let it run. It needs some time to play out here. And Lorenzo, do you take order blocks in consideration in your strategy? You can add it on as an extra confluence. But in many ways, I also understand the fact that there are a lot of stop losses built up above particular areas of supply and demand. So it depends. It's all in retrospect. It's all in retrospect right here. Okay. So yeah, I was boxing an hour before, 2 hours before the stream. Sparring. Okay, I just came out of a crazy sparring session here. So I got some hits on my head here, so be careful. I got points in the face a couple times today. Just so you know. What model number has the highest win rate for MIG? Overall, quite similar. Entry model 1 and entry number 3 are very close related. Entry number 1 had around a 76%. Entry number 3 around a 71%. The only difference is that entry model 3 usually gives us on average a lower risk to reward, which is actually wild. So you see how good entry model 1 is. Yet entry model 3 is still a profitable approach. It's still a profitable strategy or entry model. But I would say entry model 1 is by far the sweet spot here. Especially in sessions when there's a lot of volume, and when you trade around sessions here. A lot of guys trying to enter and look at this is how, we're going to talk about this a lot more. Entering outside of sessions. So for example, they trade way past, like, let's say the London closure, or something like that. Yeah, and then when the volume is really down, it looks like a good setup, but if there is not enough volume and not enough follow through, then yeah, who's gonna buy it? Who's gonna lift up the price, right? Or sell it, right? In that manner. So the sessions are key also. Like, you try to stick at the beginning within the sessions as well. That's something that I discovered a while ago, and I think it's kind of important. Is it necessary to go through the SMC course before the LTA concepts, or is it just a recommendation? I recommend to do it if you have no trading experience or very minor trading experience, because I want you to understand the structure of the market. I want you to understand like the liquidity, the gaps, the imbalances, you name it. So I think it's still an important factor. Yeah. Lorenzo, what glows do you use in boxing? Or ounces glows do you use in boxing? 16 and 18. Yeah. People find 200 subs big, can't reduce lot size to manage it. I agree. It is big, but the risk reward is what matters here. Now, you can also wait, let's say, for the 4-hour closure. And if the 4-hour candle closes and it creates a bottom wick and it flips bullish, you enter on the 4-hour closure and you put your stop loss below the 2300. 2301. I highly recommend to go to the SMC if you're a beginner learning a lot. Yeah, that's why we created it. Okay, it's I think a great step up, and LTA will come after. Yeah. Yeah. Does it make sense to place one trade with $500? Depends on your risk. Depends on your risk. I think it's possible. It should be possible. Yeah. It should be possible. NYSA test views on 24/7 trading. What do you think? Sorry, I do not answer your question, my G. What do I think? I don't know. By the way, NASDAQ. Look at how we're getting rejected here at the previous daily POC. Even if you would shoot up, right? Why not just coming down first to then look for continuation to the upside here? Or coming back to the Sunday open and see from there. If you start closing above it, interesting. But yeah, double top rejection now. Previous daily POC, 17,308. So it is interesting, right? It's a key level. From yesterday, we failed to break above it. And same thing happens around this level right now as well. So yeah. For all the new people that joined our group here, I'm not sure if there are a couple guys watching us right now that are also in our group. We had 100 people that joined us in the last stream in our private group here. So let me know what your first, your first experience is so far. We appreciate it. Putting in the work. Good start. Right, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to work on, a lot of things to release. Okay, please show an example for the swing POC. How to draw it. I'm good with the rest of the POCs except the swing one. Yeah, GU for example. I mean, let's just take an example here. Let's look at the daily time frame. So for example, you have a massive low here. Actually, two internal lows. So you have the low here and the high here. Oh yeah, look at this, man. Okay. So any swing low, swing high. This is an external range. Okay. And then you have an internal range. All right, we can talk about internals in a second here, but look at this external range for my swing traders. Look at this. It's unbelievable, man. Swing PVC 120447. Let's look at the 4 hour. What happened there? Because it's very interesting. Yeah, so yeah, consolidation here. Then an expansion, tapping into the swing PVC. And then a breakout right here. That's your, sorry, that could be, is it on the, maybe on a lower time frame, actually, the 2 hours, something like that. Let me quickly look here. Because we started at the daily in this case. There we go. Yeah, okay, okay. So what was the high? I would say this is the high here. Yeah. So that's entry model number 3. Stop loss below here, okay? And then targeting the highs. And yeah, of course it came up a bit more here as well. But I think the highs were something to look at. And you came up even much higher eventually, by the way. But that's your entry on the daily. But you can see just from a daily time frame, it works very well on the higher time frame. I've seen it swing POCs on the higher time frame. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, so swing low, swing high, retracement, internal confirmations, entry. Same thing counts for example, there. Okay, swing low, swing high. Initially we came here. When we reacted from the value area high here, you could also see that. And now the point of control is sitting right below here at 121.357. So yeah, play around a little bit with it. And I think after a while, you start getting really familiar with it. So yeah. All right, very good. I don't receive the ebook. I already confirmed my email a week ago. It's not spam or promotion. If you use Hotmail, then there are some issues. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is particularly. Hotmail and Outlook. So I highly recommend to use a Gmail. And if you still don't have it, yeah, after a couple days, because normally it takes like 15 minutes, sometimes a bit longer, but you will get it. Then yeah, utilize it on the by sending us a customer support ticket if you really don't have it here. Okay? Or open a customer support ticket. When was our last entry model? 3. 1, 2. 3. We have, it's pretty even, right? This month. Entry model 3A. This was the start of the month. So entry model 3A. Entry model 3A. Entry model 3A. Entry model 1. So it's similar right now. I think they both had 2 wins, 1 loss. Sorry, 2 wins, 1 break even. 2 wins, 1 break even, something like that. Four minutes for the 4-hour closure. Let the next 4 hour candle develop. And the ideal would be that we close above it, of course. If we don't, it's still fine. But yeah, we want to see a bottom wick for the next 4 hour and then flip that next 4 hour candle. So that could be an entry if you haven't entered yet, because then you can move your stop loss up a little bit. What is the PUC level in trading? The PUC is the point of control. It's the area where the most volume has been traded. In this case, for the NASDAQ, you can see clearly how it tapped into it and it got rejected from it. So during the Friday, in this example, at exactly level 17,309 on the NASDAQ, we saw that the most volume has been traded throughout that day. The moment you tapped into that day, into that exact level, the day after, you can see right now that you got rejected from it, and you're now rejected from it again. So it's acting as a significant key level in the market. So no more guessing. Horizontal support. Utilize volume to gain an understanding of these particular levels. The point of control is a very important key level to take consideration. Unless I have $20 all in, well then it's a little bit of luck. Okay, then we hope that the price just continues up here. But again, it's your stop loss, it's your management. Take it serious, man. Take it like a professional here. Why are you placing trades in MT5? I understand that you use TradingView for charting. Yeah, the main reason why I use MT5 here is just because of the fact that a lot of people do, and I'm kind of used to it. I like it still. We might switch it up to TradingView in the future though. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to find a profitable way so I can buy a funded account. You can get a funded account with, I think, around... What's the minimum? What's the minimum for a funded account? Or a challenge? Is it not like 25 bucks or something? I think it's better to buy that and to use proper risk management. Then, yeah. Going all in with a minor amount of money and trying to gain the momentum here, and then potentially sitting on like a 5 pip stop loss or something like that, you know. So yeah. Four, 3, 2, 1. Closure above on the 4 hour. That's a good start. That's a good start. Opening bearish without a top wick. That's a good start. Okay, so we now have the hourly closure, the 4 hour closure. That's a good start. So yeah, let's let it breathe a little bit. Abi says, I'm a break-even trader since a year. This ebook plus the streams plus hard work will get me out of it. If you put in the work, my friend, I'm very confident now. Based upon the feedback I received from all the people that have tried it right now. Yeah, we're onto something. We're onto something special. All right, be right back. Let me get a new drink. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, G's. Cheers. Donvo got his stream suspended for policy violations. What do you mean policy violations? What do you mean? What kind of policy violations we're talking about? Very weird. Very strange. Should not be the music though. No, it should definitely not be the music. The music is just like, you know, you just pay the other people, the other person. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so we're in position, right? So again, people, make sure you understand why we enter. Okay, follow the ebook, the confirmation. It's as clear as it gets. Stop loss reducement will be after this expansion. We're gonna reduce our stop loss here. It's a bigger stop loss, I agree this time. That's usually with entry model 3. Entry model 1 is a much tighter stop loss. It's about the average. It's the average risk reward we're gonna get out of that. But what I'm aiming for is still, of course, the top here. So do take that in consideration, okay? Pay attention to that one. How to get the fixed PUC? Where should we start and end of the fixed range? So the fixed PUC is just until that expansion. So when I see a range, I just see this. This is a range, and this is the creation of that range. And now I'm looking for that continuation here, the break out of the range. So it's just until we started to break it. Let's say, right? Something like that. Something like that, yeah. I play around with it a little bit. That's the best thing to do here. Okay. How much R is this trade? If I can end it on a 1-to-1, I'm happy. In this one, sometimes we have much bigger RRs. For example, yesterday was a NASDAQ trade on the 30-minute. So that's much better. Let's say 5-to-1. Average around 3.5-to-1. So my goal is to get it down to, like, on average, a 2-to-1. When I'm aiming for 2-to-1, I'm not just statically aiming for 2-to-1. Fixed, always. Because, you know, that doesn't work for me personally. I need to know, okay, where can we go to? What are the levels to take out? What can we target? Whatever the case may be there. So I want to be on a 2-to-1, ending it like after 100 trades. I want to have an average of a 2-to-1. Isn't this risky before the news? It depends what time, because you know, we have news in around like what, 30 minutes. First news, 35 minutes. Obviously, I hope that we see an expansion before, and that we can manage our trade already, and reduce our risk, whatever the case may be here. So let's see. Two to 1 adult win ratio on average, 70%. Shades on in 30 minutes. Yeah, when the news comes, I put my shades on. I promise. I promise. Fair is still marked up. How is life in Thailand? Can you give some? I'm not in Thailand. I'm in Bali right now. But I mean, life is good. Chill. Relaxed. A lot of Russians. A lot of Russians here. A lot of, I think, a lot of Dutch people as well, to be honest. Do you use market cipher B? No. No. Hey, but I just opened one account of $1,000 in Vantage. What are the pairs in the NASDAQ? I have two charts. Can you show me? I think it's US TAC. It should be USD. If I'm correct. Or is it just US 100? Or is it just the NAS? Let me see here. Oh, sorry, it's just the NAS 100. Cash. NAS 100 cash. Are you Dutch? I'm Dutch. Yeah, fully Dutch. Well, not fully. 50%. Salam alaikum. Abakabar. Dun, 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 dun. $24, that's too big. Impossible. That's what she said. Bitcoin at the previous daily POC. That's interesting. Let's have a look at this real quick while we're waiting for gold here. Nice. I like what we're seeing here, by the way. Bitcoin. Why does training if you always have to change stuff? I'm so used to it, and then it's different, and then I get like a glitch. Then I need to get used to it again. Yeah. Ooh, really nice, man. Really nice. The previous daily POC for Bitcoin right here. 65,964. I think the daily candle. Reasonable, reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, there is still a gap there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. 30 minutes, yeah. Nice break here. Breakout potentially trade. If you trade Bitcoin. Just put your stop loss, your entry there, your stop loss below the wick, and you target obviously the top. That would be fantastic. That would be really good, right? Really nice. Hello, can anyone help me? Can anyone help me? The PMI. Yeah, the PMI is in 30 minutes. So, yeah. Definitely something on our radar. Definitely something we cannot neglect. That's a... yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, okay? 30 minutes to go, though. So, hopefully we shoot up. We're able to secure ourselves beforehand. That would be incredible. Okay. Shout out to anyone of you guys following us, subscribing. Make sure that if you're new here, that you subscribe on this channel. You press the like button right now. 675 likes already in the first hour. It's insane. Are we going to reach the 70K today? Are we going to reach the 70 Gs? Nice 70 Gs. I'm a space stop with my pip stop loss is really big. So it's now like 200. I know it sounds crazy, but for this entry model, it's a necessity. We're aiming for like a 1-to-1 on average. We're now flipping the 4-hour candle. If the 4-hour was closed above here and I was not in position, my stop loss would have been below here. It would have been around 1.2, 120, still big. But my recommendation is if you cannot handle it, just don't take the trade, because you don't want to get in drawdown and then still be in position. We are still in position, you're in drawdown. Therefore, the best thing you can do is manage your own trade. And it's the average, okay? So not every trade we take has a bigger stop loss. It's the average that we're looking at. Some stop losses are much bigger than other ones, but it's all, you have to put it in rate respect. I'm not going to put a fixed 20 pip stop loss. Doesn't work for me. I've tested it out, at least not for this strategy. So sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're 20 pips. It depends. Would be nice to see the 30-minute candle close like this. It would be really good. Should we put our stop loss on break even and wait for news? We could do that. We could do that. I mean, we could do that. I do get it. But it's on the like 1 minute. 5 minute. If this 5 minute candle closes like this, we could. Just because it's news, I get it. It makes sense. Yeah, we're waiting for this one. Yeah, I think we can put ourselves on break even here. It's news. Done. Break even, yeah. Now we avoid the news and all that stuff here. Now we just want to see a nice continuation to the upside. I don't see that much selling pressure also. So now, you know what? What if the re-entry, if let's say we get hit, will be on the 15-minute, let me see here on the 15-minute. Retest, potentially. I like it. I still like it. How much is this? 20, 30 pips. Of course, I'm aiming for much higher targets here. So yeah, stop loss and break even. We have news in around 30 minutes, and then the New York Stock Exchange open also in like 9 minutes. So be aware of that. If you want to book profits because it's good for you, you know, you're in 30 pips and your stop loss is very tight, then you should already take profits. Yeah, what if you flip this? Yeah, this is what you want. We want to flip this here. Stop our entries below. You want to tap into this. And you want to flip it. Bullish. Like a bullish flip. International says I took £700 profit. That's nice, G. Nice. No flip. Getting a little bit more on the volatile side here. Yeah, this is always management for news. Five minutes is a very weak top wick as well. So you want to see that expansion, that aggressive expansion. I hope you stay alive here. Well, let's see. Yeah, re-entry. Yeah, well, I think if the re-entry is there, I would wait for the news to pass, and let's see how we develop from there. Are you still in the trade? I'm still in the trade. Yeah, barely, but I'm in the trade. I hope on a candle flip. For me, it doesn't make sense to take profits around there. I think for you, if you were like a very small, if you had a very small stop loss and you entered regardless, then of course you need to take profits around 30 pips. Of course. For us, we have to just be a bit cautious around the news. Five minutes for the New York Stock Exchange to open up as well here, and then 50 minutes for the first news, 30 minutes for the second news, the new home sales. Okay, we're out on break even here. News related. Stop set after that expansion of around 50 pips to the upside from our entry. If you took some profits, great. If you broke even, then we'll just look at a new trade in a second here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Buy is still long here. Let's see how we develop. Could we still flip it? We could. Yeah, we could still flip bullish, but Break even is not a win trade. Break even is indeed not a win trade for me. No, makes sense, right? But I'm also thinking from the people's perspective, right? Some people will enter here and they have a very tight stop loss and they enter on that momentum shift. Then they're gonna take out profit here. Some people made some money. The last thing you should do is losing though, in this case. What happened here in the chat? Who's break even? And yeah, let me see. We went on break even with me. Kennedy says entry survived by pip on futures. Yeah, so the main reason is the news. The New York Stock Exchange open up here. Could have taken out 50%, but that really ruined it. I could have taken out 50% here. But that would have really, and I call it a win. But it would have really ruined my my risk to reward here. In this scenario, specific scenario. Are there somebody who has... Is it too late to buy? I would wait for the New York Stock Exchange to do its thing now. We took a trade before the news, an hour before. What to buy to try to trade turning 2K into 4K? I would be careful, man. That's all I can say. I would be cautious. I would be cautious. Yeah. So one more time, what was the trade here? What was the reason for the trade and everything? 4 hour. Came back, right? We had 1,000 pip move to the downside yesterday. We opened the week without a top wick. We tapped into this fixed range. We also tapped into like the 50 Fibonacci here. We tapped into the fixed range. We had around 3 4-hour candles that were giving us an indication of a nice bottom wick here, showing us that there is some demand, some people are buying around it. And then on the lower time frame, you see in the 15-minute that well, let me fix this real quick. Yeah, on the 15-minute you see the following. You see that consolidation, manipulation, and then that expands to the upside. And you close above it here. Now you're holding here. So we have news. We have the New York Stock Exchange. We have 2 news events here. So the timing is a little bit off. So we took our entry there. And our initial stop was, or sorry, we came up around 50 pips. We came back down again. And our initial stop was here. If the 4 hour would have closed around here before we took our entry, our stop loss would have been below the 2300. So up to you now to decide here. You know, you have 3 pretty decent events. You have the S&P in 12 minutes, so it's up to you to decide if you want to trade the news or not. All right. So New York Stock Exchange just opened. So it's up to you here to see, okay, is it worth it to trade the news and to stick to your position? I leave this up to you for now. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see how we react around the news and see what happens after. What would have I hoped already? A bigger expansion and not too much consolidation around our entry for 30 minutes. Consolidating. Fancy nice break to the upside. But yes, $500 profit, but the risk reward would have been really detrimental. If I would start taking 50% at that level, while I believe there was more upside, then it would have killed my average risk reward. So that's why you have a different way of approaching it, different way of trading risk to reward. Up to you here, okay? So to decide what you how you want to do, how you want to manage it. Sometimes you have your stop loss much tighter. Sometimes it's going to be beneficial, but other times you have to be cautious because it could be a scenario where we don't get stopped out and price goes in our favor and you're stopped out and then price still goes in our direction. That's why we don't have a fixed stop loss at a certain level because every trade is different. This 13 can go up. It could definitely go up. Yeah, absolutely. So news trade is coming in around 30 minutes here. Prices this hour, we'll just retest. Tomorrow, durable goods order, and this week we have the GDP, man. GDP and the PCE. These are gonna be mad. That's gonna be madness. Okay, it's gonna be absolute madness. What's the best site to check the news? I would look at the economic calendar from investing.com. I personally like this one the most. Some people have like Forex Factory, right? Forex Factory. What else do we have? My Fixbook. Yeah, interesting. Let's quickly go to my Fixbook, by the way. That's a good point. Let's see what we have here in terms of the sentiment. I want to see what's happening with retail right now. Let's see what we have. So we have the home sentiment. And we go to gold here. Mm. 57% is still long. I think all the way down from like the early 2100s as well. This was much bigger, so a lot more shorters came into the market. It was much more dominant before from the longs here. So a lot of shorters right now are entering. Of course, since yesterday in the short term. So significant difference here. You can say, look at the sentiment and you can say like, yeah, but you know, it's 57% long. So retail is always wrong and it goes the other way. But also look at the difference, right? So you don't want to base it on one, screenshot here. You want to base it on a trajectory, like how many longs were opened, how many shorts were opened. Because it could have been that long was actually dominant 80% and now it's only 57%, and therefore, a lot of new money came in. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's holding very tight here. So I think we closed it on the right moment here. Yeah, if it still goes, it goes. But I don't think we should risk it around the news here. If it just went up, you know, we filled up the gap here. We had a lot of potential scenarios where we could just push up aggressively already while we were in position. I think we were in position around, yeah, 30 minutes. 35, 40 minutes actually. So we had enough time to let it to develop. We gave it enough time to develop here. Did we end in profit or loss? I broke even on my trade. Entry was at 2311.95 and we came as high as 2316.6 before I got stopped out of break even. Can you explain what volume is in trading? So volume in trading is the amount of contracts executed at a certain level, at a certain time. It's contracts executed at a certain level at a certain time. So the way we're looking at the volume analysis, that's why we're doing volume analysis, because we just want to get an understanding of who's buying, who's selling at what particular level, and who's in control. Are buyers in control or sellers in control? What's the net difference between buyers and sellers? We call that the delta. And the delta gives us a clear indication if a potential level is protected or if it's not strong enough. What's with yesterday's very low? Yeah, that's right there, right? 2235. Yeah, it's a clear target. If you get there, it's a clear target. For sure. Okay, news in 5 minutes. Manage your risk very well. If you're still in, manage your risk very well. Do you have any learning material? I recommend to download the ebook right here, okay? It's a free ebook. I think that's the best way to get started. And I honestly believe it will help you tremendously here. Okay, we have a private group, but we're closed now. So make sure you download the ebook and work with it, okay? Let me know if you guys are, you know, what is your experience with the ebook so far? 74 pages. Let me know if you guys have studied it, if you like it, and if it's working for you. Babushi says, Babushi, data will come negative for gold. We'll see. We'll find out here. Bitcoin pumping hard from yesterday POC. Yeah, so let's see, 4 minutes. Yeah. NASDAQ is breaking above here. That's actually super super interesting, especially because the New York Stock Exchange was not that crazy today. I bet we're gonna close below it. That would be crazy. We're still gonna close below the POC. If that's the case, might be an opportunity here, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna see. Kevin says win before the news, small win tax. Good. We're gonna see after. I would like to show us where to draw the LTA indicator. So the indicator you don't have to draw. The indicator is just there. You don't have to do anything. Okay. You're trading the CPI. If yeah, well, 100%. If gold is down, I think there is a big chance that I trade the CPI. Yeah, massive. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Could you show me the security has negative correlation with gold? So usually you look at the 10-year yield. Okay, but be aware of the fact that gold is in its own little bubble right now. It's in its own little bubble. And yeah, man, it's just you have to be aware here. Lorenzo Tanks just got out for $40 on a $380 account. And 212 on my funded account. So what did you risk? Congrats, but what did you risk on your trade? Let me know. Don't have the money, but I have the skill. Any solutions? Prop firms, G. Prop firms. Yeah. TP, if you're still in, TP is 23.25. And that's the previous daily very low. Uh, 23.25. Makes sense, right? It's also this low right here. Okay, news in 1 minute. Okay, let's go. Boom. Ooh, we might push up further. First news is done. Previous daily very low. Next news is in 15 minutes. We're not done yet. 15 minutes for the next one. So entry model 3 played out there. Due to managing our risk here around the New York Stock Exchange Open and the news itself, we got stopped out on break even. Entry model 3 played out in this scenario. Hope it makes sense. Now my question is gonna be, and this is super important, and this is also for like educational purposes right here. If we're gonna take out the stop losses above the 23.35, that's for me the most important level to look at. I want to see that getting taken out. So if you retrace back down, still look at a re-entry. Still look at a re-entry around the level here. So yeah, amazing. Anti-model 3. It's the reason why I'm happy is just because, yeah, I get it. Like, these are external circumstances, right? The news, it's pretty common around the New York sessions. But the pattern itself, the playbook, is on page 53. 52 or 53? It's actually, in this case, it looks more like 50. Yeah, the same. It's the same. Entry model 3. Okay, the confirmation of internal structure, higher, medium, and lower time frame. The confirmation of internal structure is a potent strategy which is extensively used in trading to leverage the power of volume. In this approach, it's important that mitigation of one of our key levels, the POC, the value area high, value area low, occurs as a first step before we engage in trading. Mitigation refers to the process of reducing the potential impact of seriousness of the key level. So it's what I'm trying to say is that the POC needs to be touched first. And when you manipulate price, you need to manipulate price into a key level. And that flip and turn around is then that confirmation. That's entry model 3 for you, okay? Now, when it comes down to risk to reward, the ideal is if you can place your stop loss here and you target the previous Sunday open. That would be the ideal case. You take profits around previous delivery area. So right now, you take profits. This is then the manipulation part. You can get a potential TP2 here. It should not be that big. I think TP1 should be your biggest TP. TP2 should be maximum 20%. And then TP3 is your exit or your observation around that level. And then see how price moves along here. The only thing about this one is that, you know, you can see that initially you put your stop loss there. It's still overall you're in a positive RR, even if you would take profits here and you would close 20% here. But then you have to understand that in this case with entry models 3, it's pretty common that your risk reward is a little bit lower. If the 4-hour would have closed, and this comes to timing, then there was no need to put our stop loss here. Stop loss below like the 2300 would have been perfect. Okay. Now it's up to you to decide here. If you took the same entry, is the previous daily value high enough for you to value low to close your whole position? It's personal preference. I mean, there's a reason why this is forming right now. There's like a reason why we're seeing this potential move here where you are coming up here. And then I'm just thinking from that angle, okay, they're consolidating here, they're accumulating here. They're breaking, closing above it. And now you're coming towards the highs. Where are the stop losses built up? So the stop losses should be built up above that last expansion here. And this was a very forced move to the downside. Very aggressive, very almost fake move during the New York Stock Exchange open here. So there's so much rest liquidity there that that target is relevant. So if you say, should I close my whole position now? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. So I hope that makes sense. So W for education. Let's go. W for education. Because you're seeing an entry model, you're seeing a key level. And this is great as a lesson to see how you can utilize it for yourself, for your trading, for the way you can win, and the way you manage your trade here. And when it comes down to the management of the trade, you know, this is all personal preference here. I know when to go aggressive and when to be more on the patient side and, you know, leave the trade running, or when I just need to understand that there is news or a lot of things coming in at the same time. We have been consolidating around our entry for an hour or for 45 minutes. I take all these factors in consideration. But win for education here, man. So NAS, I want to see how the NAS is developing here. I don't trust the NASDAQ. I don't trust this move to the upside here. I'm saying it already. I would be much happier with a bearish flip on the 1 hour and a push down here. So yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if this happens, then the trade will be around there at that break as well. This will also be an entry model 3. if you see this this move and you still flip bearish and you break below here, stop loss above the new candle, and then our take profit at the Sunday open price. A lot of gaps below, liquidity below, so a flip here would definitely be sick. Would definitely be you know, incredible here. Should I enter gold now or missed? No, it's definitely done here. Because if you want to enter, we're aiming for the top here. That was an initial top process. Then where are you going to put your stop loss? Unless you trade negative RR. It's up to you. But I'm not a big fan of entering in an expansion, aggressive expansion here. Okay. So yeah, entry model 3 here. And again, on the 4 hour. So let's clean it up for a second. You had this range. And look at how perfectly you tapped into that range, right? Number one. And I think it's important to also mention that you just look at the candle formation, right? So number one, you have this sell-off, 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 sell-off. Then here you have kind of like a break, like a pause around the 23.30. You see that it has no bottom wick here. So it's just not convincing enough, right? And then here you see a strong bottom wick. That's a good sign. The strongest wick we have seen. And indecisive candle. Good sign. We like to see indecisive candles. And then the next one is of course the big one where we manipulate the lows and we flip and we close bullish. Like a bullish engulfing candle here. And these are all great signs. So then you go to the lower time frame. This is where the consolidation happened, the manipulation at level happened, and that break happened. So let's see if we can find another entry here. The NASDAQ is definitely something I'm interested in if we close below in 5 minutes. And anything is possible with the NASDAQ, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. Entry model 3 would have also been correct here, by the way. It would have also been correct around this level as well. If you missed entry model 1, then entry model 3 would have also been a good trade. The only problem is that you're forced to put your stop loss below it. In worst case, if you played it aggressive here. Let's see where the POC is. Okay, you can maybe put your stop loss here. And then you know that you have your POC already. So, you know, do you want to trade a 1.5 to 1? That's the question. Not bad, but that's the third like entry model as well here. You do the same thing, right? You consolidate, you tap into that key level. Key level is the Sunday open. You create a bottom wick. Now you have a weekly bottom wick, a daily bottom wick, and now you expand to the upside. Next news in 5 minutes. What's up, Lorenzo? Hectic morning, but glad I'm able to tune in. Amazing, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you, my bro. Great to see you. I think we're gonna make it, fam. What about a giveaway then today? One giveaway. Yeah. 70K? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. For sure. I would be very happy to see this trade still play out and take out the highs here. Because that would confirm my top process. And that would confirm my... this goes into the books, right? Data-wise. Goes into the books. So, let's see if we can go for the highs there. But again, we have, what, 3 minutes? Yeah, 2.5 minutes for the next one. Will the market go down again or will it continue to go up? I think after we took out that high, and we tap into, let's say, the previous Sunday open, or a key level, like the manipulation of this high, I think that maybe that could be that, that could be a retracement. That could cause a retracement or whatever. I'm just thinking that people that are short here, and didn't close their positions, these people are terrified now. These guys are terrified. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So yeah. Where are the sellers? Yeah, right? I mean, you always have people in the chat saying, no, it's a sell. But, and then sometimes they're right. And like, you see, I was right. I hope sometimes that, you know, these guys win. I hope sometimes that I win. Let me all win together. South Africa in the building. Nice. Hoe gaat het? Ryan says, hey Ryan man, hope you're doing well my friend. Ryan says, Lorenzo don't seem to be receiving the email for the LTA book. Has anyone else faced this issue? Yeah, a couple minutes, yeah? If you don't have it in around 10 minutes from now, then hit me up. Hit me up. Coquette says, I'm one of the sellers and I blew my account. I respect that, you know, man? I respect that, G. I respect that you're you know, you're honest about it. Because what happens is, like, people have a lot of balls and then it goes against it and then they're quiet. I have not heard a single time. You know what, Lorenzo? You were right. You were right. But I heard 1,000 times, you see, I was right. I was right. 100% I was right. Haha, loser, I was right. Haha. So I respect that, my G. Yeah, man. So these live streams are, of course, for trading, but also for education, the explanation of LTA concepts, and the processes of our volume key levels. The response has been absolutely incredible. I never received so many emails in my whole life about people, you know, actually trying, testing it, and working with it and finding their success with it. So I really hope to make a movement here, man. I really hope to make a movement in this industry, like a new approach to the market, especially in the Forex industry, because yeah, I really feel this is like a unique approach, very unique approach in the Forex markets as well. So yeah, I feel we're building a movement, man. Yeah. How many push-ups should I do? Oh, you're right. Yeah, 50% of the amount of pips you made. So I want to see some push-ups today. A little bit. Okay, no, I give you 25% because of my execution. My trade. 25% of the pips you made in terms of push-ups. Imagine if I would lost that trade. If that would have happened, right? Then I'll probably have to do around 200 push-ups. That's no joke. That's no joke, man. To the points and thank you for the lessons. Nice, G. Thank you, man. $10. Nice. That's a nice lunch. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. We're gonna use it for the giveaway. Thank you, bro. Hey, brother. I have skills, but I don't even have the money. Lorenzo, you were right. Look at how this trade is going. I'm not right yet. You know why I'm not correct yet? Why I'm not right yet? Don't say that I was right when I say that when I say that this is gonna break above. Tell me I'm right when we're above the 23.35. All right. When we take out the highs there, then I feel I was right. I don't feel I'm right yet. That's for sure. All right, so the NASDAQ gave us a real pretty sick confirmation here. Much better than I initially anticipated so far. So I thought definitely we would have held below the POC, but we didn't. We closed above it eventually. So yeah, retest potentially of the 17,309. Look at Bitcoin. We talked about Bitcoin. The previous daily POC. Internal break. Look at that. Beautiful. Beauty. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Should I be upset if I lost? Should I be upset if I lost nothing but closed on break even? I don't think you should be upset at all. I mean, I think this is a great learning experience from the setup itself, and I think that if you went on break even, I think you've managed your trade. You understood that things couldn't go in your direction. When the news came out, when the New York Stock Exchange opened, you had 3 different types of events that were holding you back, which could flip price right away. So I don't think you made a bad decision there at all. I really don't. I really think that it's just all about situations. You're gonna have days where you don't have to worry about news. You're gonna have days where the news is already behind you, where you don't have to worry about it. It's just it's all relative. If you lost the trade, even then, I mean, the setup speaks for itself. But if I lost the trade because of news, because price flipped, then I would have been like, yeah, I could have done better. I could have then, managed it better. Who thinks we're going to take out the highs here? Because that's what we're waiting for. Who thinks that this is just going to be an era of supply and we're going to get rejected from it? And who thinks there's a big chance we're going to go for the high soon? Where should have been my TP1? Have you not taken a TP yet? I would already take a TP now. Yeah. Why is everyone forcing gold sells? Yeah, that's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. Yeah, that's something that I don't understand indeed. I'm gonna place this in the section here. Position. I think it will go down from the supply area. Okay, we're gonna see in a second here. We're gonna fly. We're gonna find out. We will find out here. Yeah, Bitcoin is just doing it. Entry Model 3. Entry Model 3 for sure. Yeah, not 1. No, definitely 3. So how does this work? So this is the yesterday's range. You tapped into the opening price of the week twice. You expanded. You came down. Now you have a bunch of information. You're trading above the opening price of the weekly candle. Now you have that information here. You take it from the left to the right. It gives you the POC. POC is the area where the most volume is traded here. Most contracts were executed right at that level. 65,968. Internally, we're talking about a break above this zone. After that wick, confirmation. Every single time we close our bodies above it, that's bullish. And 3 stop loss below, and you target the highs. That's Bitcoin right there. Who trades Bitcoin? And who was in sells here? Be honest. Who was in sells here? I'm always honest when I lose, and I was on the wrong side here. So who was in sells? Who got wrecked? Also speak up. It's a good thing. Good experience. Oh, I'm selling right now. Okay, now I'm talking about here. Okay. So what I'm waiting for is the manipulation of this high. If you see the manipulation of this high, I'm all into looking for shorts. NASDAQ, retest of the POC at 70,309. I'm all into look for continuation longs. What else do we have? How did you end up making a completely new strategy? LTA concepts. I've practically tried everything in my whole life. I traded a bunch of different strategies. And I never felt that I was in control of something. I'm not sure if you understand this, but if you do, then let me know in the chat. Did you ever feel that, yeah, price did something and a certain pattern played out, whatever, but you don't understand exactly why or what is happening? So it's too subjective in many cases. I felt this for a long time. And even I was making money, I felt always like I'm not 100% getting it. Yeah, okay, this pattern or whatever, man. They're gonna go for this and that. No. So I spoke to some guys working in the institutional sector. And all these guys were using volume profiles. All of them. I was like, this was 2 years ago already. I was like, how is that possible? What is that volume? What is so special about volume? I don't get it. And they told me, like, it's pretty straightforward. Like, this is the only concrete data that you can have on a candlestick chart. And I said, concrete data, what do you mean? He said, well, you have to understand that the only thing that you want to know is the amount of contracts executed at a level. And you don't want to guess it, you want to know it. And then he showed me the fixed range volume profile. And when that happened, a whole new world went open for me. But I still didn't know how to properly use it. I now had a tool and I utilized it, and I sometimes utilize it with SMC or whatever. But I was like, no, it's not perfect. I need to create something that's incredible, that works with it. Strategy, which is not too complicated, but just makes sense. And that took me around a year and a half. And now we're here. Our supply is holding so far. Very curious to see how we react from the previous daily value area low now. Because we flipped it into support. There's a strategy works in a 1 minute time frame. So there's a guy now in our community that is doing it on the 15-second chart. Believe it or not. Where is that guy? Let me see if I can find him. Price coming down, by the way. It's interesting. What the fuck? G. What a G. Yeah, where is he? So LTA last month, 100% win rate on the S&P. Previous daily POC, previous... No, that's not this one. I need to find him. I think he's in the other chat. I'll find him. Ah, Jay. This guy. He's trading LTA on the 15-second time frame. I think what he does, and I need to ask him, but like I think what he does is he waits for a swing, he draws the swing POC, and he waits for a bounce, something like that. Something like that. I need to see. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah, I need to figure it out what it is. Obviously, it's on futures. Could be nice to integrate like a scalping variant, the scalping strategy to this on the 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, so far we don't come here. We don't get to the highs here. Oh wow, look at the yield, crazy. So I'm alert set on the NAS for gold. I want to see now either push down a little bit deeper into that range, or I want to see this getting taken out now. And if you take this out, then I'm gonna look here at the POC or the previous Sunday open for our entry models right there. So it's one of those, man. I do like the way we're setting up here on the higher time frame as well. Any retracement I'm gonna see and evolve, because it's still like a nice internal breakout, expansion, retracement, potential continuation play. So we're now in the middle of two potential scenarios. So let's play it out here. Giveaway later, yeah. If we reach the 70k, I would do it. We're gonna give one person X to our group, which is closed now. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, damn, geez. Pretty crazy. Yeah, a couple more and then yeah, later on we do giveaway, right? Not directly. Let's wait for a little bit longer. Alright, it's for the guys that are serious here. That's it. While we're waiting for gold here, okay? So the plan is the following. Back towards this range for a potential bounce, consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation towards the previous Sunday open. Scenario number one. Let me make this one. Scenario number one. Scenario number two is we do manipulate the highs. We get to the previous Sunday open and we break below the POC. We look for continuation shorts. If that happens, if this happens, I think there's a big chance that this is just a retracement, taking out the internals and starting to take out the lows again and creating a complete new continuation trend to the downside. So I just don't believe they're going to leave this behind if we're going to come down here. I'll be very surprised. Let's put it this way. So it's either going to be one manipulation here, taking this out, then moving further down after that. So these are the two scenarios. Okay. $70 looks better. 70,000 looks just a little bit better. But you know what looks even more better? 80,000. 80,000 looks better than the 70,000. But it looks better than the 60,000. That's for sure. That's for sure. How many subs did we gain? Around 10k. 10k subs in last month. Let's get to 100, man. Let's get to 100. Let's give me that play button. Give me that silver play button. Alright? Give me that silver play button. You need to pay for it. Did you know that? It costs money. I figured it out. Apparently it costs like a couple $100. And everyone wants it. Obviously, it's the best marketing tool ever. Genius. Nice, guys. Congrats, amazing fam. LTA, baby. Yeah, giveaway later, yeah? We're gonna do a giveaway like 30 minutes. Okay? 30 minutes. Makes sense to do it. Reinhard said, Lorenzo, kindly replied to an email. I paid, not yet admitted to the private group. Reinhard, I saw your message. Earlier message. I haven't seen your latest message, I think. So what you can, best thing you can do here is to open a ticket in Discord, a customer support ticket. In the customer support, you create a ticket, you fill in your issue. Show your payment confirmation, should be good, or your email address should be good. Your payment confirmation is better. Make sure you, yeah, anyways, when you open a ticket, I know exactly which account it is. Okay. Thank you, bro. So NASDAQ, waiting for either retracement, continuation, gold, either retracement. I'm much more in the understanding we're going to go up, to be really honest with you, still, and heading towards this level. Or at least take out the highs. Oh, even if it's just a wick. Even if it's just a wick, slicing through it real quick and then flipping, I'll be happy. Did you say you have to pay for a silver play button? Yeah. Crazy, right? Yeah. I think so. Oh, you can buy an additional one as well, if you want to, for $150. It's pretty genius. That's pretty genius to me. So once again, there are so many scenarios where if we pull back down towards the entry model 3 entry, initial entry, and you start developing the same candle formations on entry model number 1, let's say, then this could have been just a retest for a continuation up. And we've seen this many times before. Same thing happened here. What's actually happening to gold right now is what the NASDAQ did yesterday. So the NASDAQ did that exact. It broke above, it retested it, it held, and it came up. and it took out the previous highs. It's very similar. So even if gold does the same thing, we get back towards the 23.11 area and we start to hold here. Super reasonable for a new trade here. Second trade. What trade manager do you use? I use trade manager by InvestSoft. InvestSoft. It's actually really good. I'm very, very happy with it. Yeah, we can talk about it particularly. I will explain how it works. There's so much more you can do with it. I just need to... I'm still figuring it out myself. Why didn't you trade? We took the trade. Hello, in the last 20 days, I'm up 80% of my budget. It was $40. Do you think I can do the same with $1,000? If you have a clear process, then everything is possible, my friend. Yeah. Okay, the 30-minute candle closes now, below it. So yeah, we might be seeing that retracement here to the downside, further back towards the initial expansion. Should we do the giveaway? Let's wait 50 minutes. Let's wait 50 minutes. In the meantime, let me know what we want to analyze here while we're waiting for gold. Gold is now kind of in the middle of nowhere here. I think that I want to wait for price to either move down here or to break the highs and then react from it. So I'm going to wait for gold to come down a little bit more to look for a continuation. In the meantime, we can look at something else. While we're still holding a very close eye on gold, of course. Euro, Japanese yen, EU, US 30. NASDAQ. Yeah, we looked at the NASDAQ already. So the NASDAQ right now is looking very good. It's starting to really come up hard here. Let's look at the previous week as well. Yeah, we broke above the previous weekly very low as well. We took a trade there. Sorry, did took a trade here, but it did execute it perfectly, or at least. As you could see that we saw that nice formation, but this was by far the best trade yesterday. So yeah, I think NAS is now running already. What else do we have? Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is going. Talked about Bitcoin also already. EUR/JPY. Okay, quickly let's check it out and come back to gold after. Okay, the yen is getting destroyed again. It's getting destroyed. It's unbelievable, man. Just look at the yen. I can go on forever on the daily time frame. Literally. It's really sad to see what's happening with the Japanese yen here. Like, it's actually sad now. It starts to become sad at this particular moment. Like, this is absolutely not it's really crazy. Every single daily comes up a little bit and then takes out some of the liquidity to move down again. I'm not going to be surprised if you're going to see at some point such an aggressive move to the upside, taking everyone out, liquidating everyone. But for now, it's unstoppable. So yeah, of course, euro yen stays very bullish. Also the daily time frame here. The opening price of the week was last week. We tapped into this level. So we had the opening price of the week here. The previous week, you tapped into it, you came down, you took out the lows. Perfect hold here. And then the next one was a direct recovery. And then this week so far has been a little bit rangy. So you came up, you came down, you ended indecisive with a bullish candle. So it's a bullish candle. The next one came down, sat in the bottom wick of the day, and it expanded from there. Pretty straightforward. And what I think happened was on the 1 hour, is this the previous daily very low? So what do we see here? Which entry model would you guys use here? You tell me. Which entry model? Gold is not moving for now, so we're ready for gold to move a bit. Entry model 3. Correct. Correct. Why is that? Number one, the biggest reason, the Sunday open is right here. So you don't want to enter below that. You want to enter above the Sunday open. This was the low. This was the high that created the low. So you're here. You now have the previous daily value area high, low on the 1 hour. Fantastic. Okay. You break above here. This was the last high that created the low. That tapped into the value area low. And then you expanded above here. And this happened London open. Sorry, London open. Entry model number 3. A lot of entry model number 3s today. I don't know why. But this is the consolidation. And this is the manipulation in our key level. And this is the expansion. And you close this candle above here as well. I think it's on the 5 minute even. You had a nice closure above here. Really nice closure right there. This was perfect closure on the 5 minute. So entry, stop loss below the Sunday open, the previous daily value low, and then you target. I mean, yeah, what's there to target? I don't know. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Yeah, okay, the 165.235 as a TP point. Sorry, 367. But yeah, no, that's the trade. Entry model 3 there. Okay. Previous daily value low. So entry models 3s are usually the safer trades, but with a less risk to reward. A lower risk to reward. Nice, man. I basically look at the Australian dollar US dollar yesterday in the value area high. On the 30 minute, it was so clean. Okay. Okay, this is Monday. Yesterday, we opened bullish. Small bottom wick. So this is the previous day. Then this is around 5 a.m. So it's a little bit after London. London open. This is indeed the previous daily value area high. Tapped into it really nice. Yeah, what entry model here? Super clean, by the way. Super clean. What is the entry model? Entry model number 1. Yeah, I agree on this one. So you tapped into it here. It took out the lows of this candle already, and then the next one broke that wick. It broke that wick, and you had clear bullish structure after this this high here, and internally as well, and a nice retest into the previous daily value high, and that is your trade right there. So really clean. You could have said, yeah, you can take an entry model 3 here, but I don't see that as a real. It could be, but I'm not. I would not look at it. It's easy to say now, but I would not do that. I think this would have been the trade to take. That's an entry model number 1, right here, and then a long stop loss below or below the POC, depends what you prefer. And then you target the initial highs, and then everything else is a bonus. Leave a little bit of a runner, and then you know. Yeah, man. I see you guys are implementing it. It's great to see. My mission is slowly getting fulfilled. Okay, right, guys. I'm back in like 3 minutes. Right, back in 3 minutes. We're gonna do the giveaway after I come back, and hopefully gold is down here. And if gold is there, I will be very interested in potentially see if there is a chance of a nice continuation here. So, consolidation expansion, preferably into this level right here, which is now the previous fixed value area high. So it is at 2310.183. Preferably 2310.183. So something like that I'm waiting for right now. Okay. So Yeah, man, let's see. Okay, be right back. Back in like a couple minutes. Giveaway shortly. All right. So we're coming down. Only reason why I'm still looking into longs is because of these highs here. If this would have not been taken out, then or if this was taken out, I would not look for longs. So let's see how we develop here. Let's see. Let's do the giveaway, fam. All right. For my killers here who wants access to our private group, we're gonna only give one item away because we reached 70k. 70k, so let's give one person access to the private group. In case you missed it last week, this is your chance to win it. Okay, if you're already in it and you bought it, then you get your money back. All right, let's make it happen. The private group, LTA private group here, full of potential setup scenarios. We talked about this right here. I actually shared this setup already beforehand. Okay, I said the exact same thing as I told you guys here. Hi guys. Very, very clean. The same exact process right there, right? I'd be setting up for a potential entry model 3 here, where we put our stop loss below the last wick. And you might think, yeah, that's crazy. But think about the fact that we have been coming down around, you know, a significant amount of pips here already, 1,000 pips without a single retracement whatsoever. So therefore, I think there are a couple levels, of course, to look at. You know, the 2330, the 2344. Worry about for now. Reaction at 2320. Anyways, internal levels, the internal, super nice. I'll give you a lot of update videos here, as well as of course the series is getting worked on right now. And then we have our group where you can also be in. Right now we're currently closed, so nobody can get in. Okay, we work with a select few people here, and I really like what everyone is doing. Everyone putting it into practice here. So you look at the LTA Forex channel or the gold or whatever, and the more people are going to get into it soon and going to do it, and they are, you know, getting better and better and better. The only thing you have to look at is this channel, and you have these incredible trading opportunities on a day-to-day basis where you can scroll through. So it's mine, it's theirs, it's exactly what you want. Okay, and yeah, man, let me set it up for you right now. Okay. Awesome. I want LTA access. Type in I want LTA access one time. If you do it more than once, you get deleted, you don't get it. You have no chance of winning it. So type it in once, and then we roll the dice, and then we get one access here due to our 70k today. Amazing, fam. I want to thank you deeply from my heart here. I'm doing my absolute best for LTA to blow this shit through the roof and change your trading life, your trading career. Okay, that's the reason why I trade live. I'm not trading live to show off and to just make money on stream and to help a couple guys make some money on a single trade. No, I trade live to show that LTA concepts works. That's why I trade live. I trade live right now to show that this works, that this is actually legit. And the only way to show, I think, in this day and age that, you know, a strategy works if you bring something new to the industry is by executing it live and showing it live because there's no more denying them. Okay? If I prove to you over and over and over again that this strategy is the shit, then at some point you're gonna believe me. So, hey, it's a matter of time. That's all I can say. All right? So, yeah, get in right now. Type in I want LTA. I'm gonna give access to only one person here due to the fact that we reached 70K. Extremely grateful. Thank you for your effort on stream. One time, please. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Amazing, fam. I think that's it. All right. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mind Talks. Congrats, my friend. I hope you understand what it is, what LTA is, okay? I hope you know exactly what we're doing here. It's important to have people in our community that are fully committed. Okay? So I want you to be fully committed as well. Otherwise, we have to give it to somebody else later on here. So if you are joining us, I want to see you being active. If you are not active, I will remove you because you didn't pay anything. It's free. I will remove you and I will get somebody else in the next stream. Okay? So you better be active. Congrats, my friend. All right? Open a customer support ticket right below in our Discord, and then it should be good. Okay? Thank you, my G. Amazing. Beautiful for the 70K. Looks like a bullish candle on the 30-minute. Not yet. Not yet. No. No, I think that we're going to see price coming down a bit more. I really, want to see price pushing into this 2310 level. The fixed value area high, just to confirm it, it is going to be, no, it's already at that break, right? Yeah. Okay, it's at 23 10.7. 23.10.7, yeah. Let's see if we can create something like this here. Bro, we need more spots ASAP. This group is gonna be huge. Yeah, the reason why we do 100 is because we're building it up and we're testing it right now. We're testing a lot of things out there, but so far I'm extremely happy with the activity, the response, and people putting it into practice. It's much better than I expected. I thought I had to do a lot more schooling, but it's like a lot of guys are treating it professional. So I'm happy about that, man. Amazing. What's the average time to learn this concept? It depends on you, my friend. I know a guy that it took him a couple of days, but he's already an advanced trader. So it depends on who you are as a trader, how long you have been trading, what your success been. Now we're setting up a movement right now. And the only way a movement would work if the system works, if the strategy works. That's it. There's no way I can show you something that does not work. Same thing counts for the people in our community. For the other people that are not in our group and still want to learn about LTA concepts, download the free ebook. Okay, it should be such a great add-on to your trading if you want to get familiar with what we're doing here on stream. Download the free ebook. Just click on it right now in the description. It will take you a couple days to go through. If you are paying, if you're actually studying it, it will take you a couple weeks. How do you know that your key level is working? So I never know if my key level is going to work out. I want to also just clarify this from the beginning right away. There is no certainty when it gets to a key level. But the entry models and the understanding of the structure, the understanding of the higher time frame, the daily candles and the correlations, combination with the entry model that we're looking at, the entry models are tested 1,000 times and proven to work. So it's the entry model, we saw it with gold again today, where we based our trust on, not the level itself. The level itself is our first initial sign of like, hey, we need to pay attention to something. What you can do, if you don't have that much time to trade, is you can set these levels, you set an alert, you can get an email notification or an SMS notification or whatever. And once it gets there, you pay attention. Then you pay attention towards the entry models. And it should be aligning with your bias on the higher time frame, correlation, and so on and so on. You can do this all before. So if you are at work, you don't have that much time, set these alerts, and you should be good. And that's why it's so good. Because you can set your alerts and you can just, go away, wait for it to hit that level and see how you respond there. I think the volume is not accurate for CFDs. You need to use the 01 dot chart. Lorenzo, your live is lagging. Check your internet. I mean, it should be good. Let me know in the chat here. But I think it's good. Main talks, my man. Good to see you, bro. Open a customers per ticket. Let's get you into the group. I can give you a little bit of an introduction, okay, if you want to. We can hop on a 5-minute call together, and I'll lead you through it. Howard says, can you help me with entry model number 1? Sometimes I see that you enter without the closure of the second candle, like the previous Australian dollar against US dollar example. Let's go to the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay. So it's actually the 50-minute time frame, my friend. So 1, 2, 3. Third candle creates a strong bottom wick. And it flips the wick of that previous candle. So it's not the 30-minute, it's the 50-minute. Even though I'm just saying now that 30-minute was great as well, by the way. You break down, you have 2 taps into that level. It doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 or 1, 2 and 3, but you want to see 2 taps into that key level and you want to break the flip the wick. If you come up and you create a strong bottom wick, so if your bottom wick is like this, then you can enter on the body, not on the wick. You can enter here, but then you have to put your stop loss below here, below the previous wick. I got in the trade that posted. Did you post it in our Discord? Beautiful entry, my friend, by the way. Who is this? D. Dupool on the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Beautiful entry, my friend. Yeah, perfect. Exactly that. Congratulations. Exactly how you did it. That's the exact trade. Perfect execution. You took out the highs. Fantastic. Well done, my friend. Good job. Really good job. Keep it up. I want to see you posting setups now. I want to see you posting setups here. Micro up or down, why not to take both or take the profit and wait for the other direction? It depends on the key levels that we touch. So if the key levels getting mitigated on both sides, then I agree. Sometimes you can take these confirmation entries on multiple levels, long and short, in a range. Let's see what the fixed value or high does, fam. POC is the same level. If it's not 23.10, it's gonna be 23.01. But we're gonna see. It's gonna be this one or this one. But we're aiming for the highs here. Are you enjoying Bali? What is it like to live there? So I live in Bali already 5 years now. The first time I actually came here was in 2018. And I already stayed 6 months the first time I came here. Bali is in my opinion the best. I really like it right now. And people think that Bali is cheap. But I don't know. Maybe you like read these videos on these backpackers, right? Yeah, if you want to live on under $1,000 a month, you can. But do not have, in my opinion, yeah. I mean, it's if you want to live like a nice life, it's gonna cost you now. 5 years ago, it would have been different, but ever since like, you know, the lockdown and everything that happened there, all that stuff, and then the wars, everyone wanted to come to Bali, right? Everyone is now living here. So, yeah, for that reason, everything inflates like crazy. So we came here perfectly on time. But Bali is amazing, man. I really like it. It's really popular for sports. So if you're into fitness, or if you're into fitness, or if you're into MMA, or boxing right now, it's perfect. It's perfect. Anything recreational, so surfing, boxing, fitness, it's just incredible. And the culture, of course, the people. The Balinese are amazing. Yeah, price is still at today's very high. I see that. I see that as well. I saw that just now here. So we're still holding above it, which is kind of interesting here. The problem with this is that I don't want to, and this is the reason why. Let's say we entered there. Let's say you have the current daily, you know, very high. You hold above here. Okay, this is our key level here. 2370.5. And we flip this. The only thing I will have, the problem I will have here is that this is in the way now. The previous daily very low. So unless we have to go break even there again, or take profit there, and then put our stop loss on break even, it's pretty, the risk to reward is I think not that great. If it's from here, I think it's much better. But yeah, an aggressive entry would be a flip here, targeting the highs, and an immediate TP point right there. But this would only be 30 pips. So you have to take profits after 30 pips already. So yeah, that could be an entry model 1 here. On the next candle, which is like the 15 minute. Yeah, it's like in like 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean, it could be, but preferably I would say for a better risk to reward, I would come back down towards the fixed very high, see if you can respond from there. Yeah, let's see how we close this candle. How long have you had the channel? YouTube? A year and a half. Lorenzo, I wanted to ask you why you said that when you trade on the NASDAQ, is it convenient to also keep the NASDAQ futures page open? Why? Is it an additional confluence? So when it comes down to CFDs, you want to pay very close attention to the futures market. And the reason why is because the volume that is traded on the futures market. And it's all centralized and it's very easy to track. So especially in indices, it is such a huge amount of volume traded on the futures market that it's definitely not a bad idea to keep a close eye on the key levels there as well, as it's definitely dominating the factors on CFD's spot. So we're not spot but CFDs. So just utilize an extra confluence, yeah. Share a link to your customer support. So you go into our Discord. You can go to browse channels. And you type in customer support. And you click on it. And you will find it right there. Another way is to scroll down and to look at it from there. So yeah, we have 2 minutes for that 50-minute closure here. We're holding above the current daily very high. Like buyers are definitely willing to defend here and to step into that level. Most definitely. We have still like a long time for the hourly candle. And the 4-hour candle closes in like 2 hours. So we still have like plenty of time here. So this could be an entry model number 1, fam. Also on the 30-minute, you can see it. That if this is number 1 and number 2 and number 3 comes in and it flips bullish, it is an entry model number 1. The only thing that I can say is that you want to immediately take profits here and secure yourself or throw your stop loss. And the room is not that big. The gap is not that big. It is like a 36, 37 pip move. But after that break, and if you can break that very high level, yeah, I mean, then the sky's the limit, right? 100 pips, 140 pips. So if you manage your risk and you actually enter right at that flip after this closure on the 30-minute, you're right on the flip, you go in down, you flip it bullish, you break the 2321.58, you take profits at the previous daily very area low, or you manage your risk and you wait for that breakout. But I would be very patient, and I think there's much better probabilities down there to then look for a continuation up here. But let's see where this 50-minute closes, and then we decide if we enter here. But again, I'm still there in the understanding that we want to see this getting taken out. So coming to the point of control, for example. The point of control is sitting at 2335. And the reason why this is important level is because this is the previous daily point of control. And you manipulate the highs. So you do two things at the same time. I would be surprised if we don't get there. NASDAQ, let's look at the NASDAQ. Is the NASDAQ still going? Wow. Yeah, NASDAQ is going for it, hey? NASDAQ is going for it. Yeah, it has a long way to go now. A long way to go. We're talking about the 70,540. And the 70,700. Any entry model will be either a retest or a rejection up here. It's for now it left the station. You can see that right here. It left. You know, you could say, okay, I'm gonna take the Thursday range, but yeah, I'm not really a big fan of these Thursday ranges. So maybe the 17,561, but I think it's gonna be already on the later side, so do take that in consideration as well here. Overall, the way we came down, set in the bottom wick of the week, expand, retrace, and come up, it's looking very strong. So I would, for now, follow this trend here. Texas, we should not visit the current low until we hit the 2370. Yeah, I do agree with you, man. Not the 2370 in particular, or is that the Sunday open? Yeah, let's start out with the 2344. So yeah, let's say we enter, we have to directly take profits here. So it's not the best risk reward. Even though an entry model is showing up here. What are the value area high and value area low and how to use them? So the value area, high or low, are both what we call value areas on the VAR profile. And what does it mean? Well, the value area is an area where a significant amount of more volume was traded. You can go to the settings, you can select it yourself, and you can say, okay, I want the value area high to be 70%. It's the standard. This is now a range, selected range, wherein 70% of the most volume was traded was right here, the value area high or the value area low. So this is how you can utilize the value area high or low. Like I say, I always use the analogy. It works as a castle. Whenever there is a castle, you have the outer layer. That's your front, and it protects you from the enemies. Once they get in and they get to the main door, the main entrance, you get to the point of control. So when you break structure and you win, and troops are coming back to attack you or potentially reverse price, you can defend yourself by looking at these key levels. Are you in trade? No, for now we're just analyzing chart here and waiting for potential confirmation. We took a trade at the beginning of the stream. But we are witnessing right now potential entry model 1. From the 2317. What is your schedule this week for streaming? So this week is the only week where I will not be streaming tomorrow and Thursday, unfortunately, guys. I really am disappointed. I would love to stream. I really like this. But I have a family visit here in Bali. So tomorrow until Saturday. So I'll take some time off. A little holiday. A well-deserved holiday. I like to, you know, work though. It's my bread and butter. I love it. I like to just work every day. For me, work doesn't feel like work. But I will be active in Discord. So next Tuesday, I think Monday. Yeah, Monday, not Tuesday. I'm off to Barcelona tomorrow. I remember you saying you lived there for a bit. Any recommendations? Yeah, I lived in Barcelona. On Paseo de San Juan. For the people that know where it is. Super nice city. My recommendation is just to go to all these small restaurants. You know, these tapas bars and stuff. There's so much to see. Nothing in particular. I would just go and look at these small ventures. A lot of small ventures here. Really nice restaurants. Really good food. I see gold coming up here, but okay, first 30 minute, nice. Second 30 minute, nice. The next one is in like 6 minutes. That's the third one. That's the entry. That's an entry model. The thing is, do you want to take profits right at the very area low? That's what I'm thinking. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Or wait for it to be broken. That's another layer. I see it much better being lower, to be honest. If this one closes here and the next one is going to flip it, then there is practically no more room for our target here. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to trade a negative RR. The negative RR is not going to benefit me in the long term. That's the thing with trading sometimes. Sometimes you know where price is going to go, but because the RR is just not as attractive enough, let's say, it's not worth it for your strategy in the long term. And this is, I think, a scenario where that's the case. I don't know what's happening. It's just not working for me. Wherever I put my stop loss price, just gonna go for that area and turn on the favorable side. What's your strategy? And how do you manage your trade, bro? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Work says, gotta love the fair value gap. No, gotta love the current daily value area high. But the combination is even better. I agree. Where do you think TP will be first? Yeah, I'm really aiming for the 23.35, man. That's the level I'm looking at all day already. But it should already be at 22.25. If you wanted to, if you are in, I would already take profits at the previous daily very low. Like, look at this, look at this level in general. That's why you're kind of forced to take profits there. Rishi says, I trade SMC sort of with a little bit of Wyckoff. So you're trading, every trade you take, your stop loss gets hit. And you trade SMC with a little bit of Wyckoff. Okay. Yeah, then it comes down to the higher time frame, your overall top-down analysis, your correlation with the pair you're trading, the time in the market, when do you actually execute your position, what is your entry model, do you wait for lower time frame confirmations or you enter on the medium time frame? A lot of different questions I have now, especially if you trade SMC here. Do you think you can make videos explaining LTA concepts? Yeah, currently in the process of releasing the lecture series. Gotta work on it right after this stream in our private group. And then in the future, I will release a bunch more stuff on YouTube as well. What I want to see is I want to see people creating a YouTube channel, testing out LTA concepts, utilizing it, making sure it works for you. Okay, don't promote or do anything that you don't believe in. I want you to completely get it and be super happy with it. And I want you to create a channel and do your analysis here. Okay? And I will promote the fuck out of you. I'm telling you. I will promote you. Alright? That's how we can get LTA off the ground. Is this entry model number 1 in the 4 hour? Actually, if you look at it this way, the entry model would have been here on the 4 hour. Yeah. But practically, yeah. You could have taken a 4 hour entry here. Yeah, same. I have to say we're holding up very strong. Obviously, there are people entered short here from this zone, I think. Right in this candle. I would be very surprised if we're not going to go up. I don't see the right entry model now, though. Like the risk reward here. I need to go for my daughter. See you guys. Lorenzo, have a good time with your family. See you, G. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm already going to miss the live streams tomorrow. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice. A couple days with my fam. Haven't seen my father in like in 2 years. So yeah. Will there be an LTA scalping strategy or something like that? Yeah, I think so. I think we're developing also a scalping strategy here on the lower time frame. We're going to see how this works. A couple ideas I have that I think could be really clean. Could be really cool. But for now, this is tested. This works. All right, this works. It's tested. Thanks, man. God, Jesus Christ, Nazareth, bless you and your family. Thank you, man. Forex also previous daily POC is making me confused. Okay, draw it live again. On gold? Yeah, so the previous daily POC is here. You use the indicator. It's in our Discord. It's free. It's sitting right here. Okay. This is the previous daily POC. It's sitting at 22.35. Okay. Are you in position now? We took a position at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, any other entry models? Yeah, only when we come down here, I will be much more aggressive with the trade due to the fact that the previous daily POC, I think, is that layer of resistance. And like I said, you flip it, you need to immediately take profits here, and then we're gonna get stopped out of break even. I don't think it's worth the risk to reward around this level. Otherwise, I'm living in the UAE during the streaming. It was really oh yeah. So make sure that if you are in our Discord and you listen to a live event in Discord, and you are from the UAE, that you use a VPN. So the only thing that I'm looking for, guys, is like one more time. And I think I'm going to close it down soon here. 3.5 hours, I think it's good. It played out pretty nicely. Entry Model 3 was a beautiful lesson today. Okay. So congrats if you took profits, if you broke even, it's fine. Now, retracing into the fixed value area low or the fixed POC. Preferably fixed value area high first. Then it becomes important, then it becomes relevant to look for an entry model. And the reason why is because then you suddenly have a lot of room from the previous daily value area low. The current daily value high is irrelevant. When you come down, you break above it. The previous daily value area low is that key level which you have to pay very close attention to. It's also this low right here. So if you want to enter on that flip here, you don't have that much room to look for entries. Unless you have a very tight stop loss below here at 23.50. Then you can target 23.35. So that's the only way if you want to enter that trade here. You go long, stop loss below, take profit 22.35. For us, I think it's better that if you come back to any of these key levels and we form that same entry model, then we can utilize PD value area low as a TP1. And then already targeting the highs here as our TP2, TP3. Then it becomes nice. Let me know if that makes sense here, fam. All right. Overall, one more time, our analysis at the beginning of the stream. Whenever you see this, and this is just for your lesson as well. Last thing I wanted to show one more time here. If you consolidate here, you then manipulate the lows. All right, on the 4 hour, you tap into that key level. That key level was there. Whatever key level you choose, it's up to you. Yeah, it has to make sense, but you can see it, you know, reacting from it. So that's gonna help tremendously, okay? Then obviously looking for the following. In this case, there was not an entry model 1 here. So you look for an entry model 3, okay? The entry model was on the 15 minute. You look at the last high that took out the lows. This was the high, created the lows here. That's the high that you need to break. We're talking about that, blah, blah. Then we started to hold on for like 40 minutes, a very long time, before we eventually started to go here. And we had like a lot of things in between here, but that's what we call the expansion. And this is the typical pattern. You see this on a lot of different strategies, not just the LTA, but a lot of different strategies. The only difference with LTA is that you tap into a key level during that manipulation, and that gives you the confirmation. This is a forced move. There are too many stop losses sitting below here. I think that the target to get towards this zone makes the most sense eventually. After that, we can decide to potentially come down again and selling off. But that's that key level. So then we had our entry model number 3 here. Okay. It's on page number 52 or 53. All right, 2 examples right here. There are multiple examples also here. If you want to look at it below, you saw it break, solid closure, and price shoot up. Now, obviously the target is not hit because the target was above the highs. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let me know if there are any questions. Any questions? Any charts? This is the moment here. Let's go to a couple. How many pips was it? Yeah, from the bottom to the top around 200. Pretty big though. How to use the EPD? Look at the ebook. Okay, stay a little bit more. Yeah, the thing is right now, unless we push down here, it makes sense, but there is not that much volume. Okay. So be aware of it. Like I said before, I gave you a potential trade scenario, and that is entering now, stop loss below the low, and targeting the 2235. But be careful with the previous daily value area low, and that's practically where you are right now, or no, at 2325. So if you get rejected here, all right, don't blame me, because it's a key level. So be very cautious with that particular level right there, right? Hope that helps a lot. Okay, kindly analyze oil. Okay, last one, oil. Let's do it. Let's do it. Our beautiful oil. Ooh, wow. What's happening here? Okay, let me quickly check oil here. Okay, number one, previous week. PSC, we broke above the PSC again. Okay, clean. And I go to the previous daily very low. Yeah, I see this is like a 1 hour potential model here. Yeah. Okay, we see this sometimes. So that's a good point. Yeah, the previous weekly very low as well, aligning really nicely. And you see how good that level is holding here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think what happened was on the higher time frame, it bounced from the previous weekly very low, which is right there. You see that on the 3 hour? You close the 3 hour candle above, right here, right here, right here, 4 times. Okay, these are 3 hour candles, which is crazy. So you are in major support. That's number one. Now, in terms of the actual trade itself here, super aggressive, by the way, the way it's moving, super crazy. Look at yesterday one more time here. And the moment you broke above the previous daily POC, that's when you really start to go for these highs right now. I will pay very close attention to if you break this high, because if you do break this high, I do believe that you have a really clean range to look for internal confirmation. So for example, you have this range right here. You break out of this range, you create a higher high. You know that you tapped into the previous weekly value area low right here. So that's just a beautiful level, which is now holding up very strong support here. The 81.5.7. Sorry, the 81.8. Okay. You break above the range, you break out of this range. You then come back into that range. You utilize the profile of the whole range. It is a fixed range trade. And you set in these 3 key levels. The fixed value area high and the fixed POC. 2 actually. You wait for price to retest it. You look for an entry model right into that key level or around that key level, and you're gonna look if you can take it to take out the highs here. And you manipulate and go for the top right there. Okay, so pay very close attention to that one. Right now you're still internally trading, so the only level that you can really pay attention to is the POC internally, which is sitting around around here. And that is going to be the 82.7, 82.1. But what I want to do is I will not take any single trade unless you break out this range. So breakout, continuation, and a continuation to the upside. Okay? Just because it's a very, very nice clean range. The weekly very low hold very, very clean. And yeah, the last thing I can check for you is the overall bigger swing here. This is where we broke series lows. Yeah. It's not just the previous weekly very low. It's the swing POC as well. So you bet. Strong support here. Big trade opportunity for you, man. To the upside right now. You just have to wait for your internal confirmations. That's it. Look at that level. This is the low. Swing low. The highest point. The POC. 81.4. You tapped into it multiple times right now. What can I say? It's a beautiful confirmation. So the only thing that you want to do now is you see an internal range, which is right here. The daily time frame support you got. So now it's just an internal expansion retracement continuation. Shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. Okay. Woo. Okay, I'm gonna miss you guys, man. Tomorrow, I'm not gonna be here, unfortunately. So I have a family visit for the next couple of days. So I need to take some time off. I'm gonna be active in Discord. Gonna keep sharing my setups in Discord as well here. So make sure that you join our Discord. You download the ebook, you do your work, you do your analysis, and everything should be perfect from there. All right. I'm gonna be back not on a Tuesday next week. I'm gonna be back on a Monday because I took some time off. So Monday is my day. All right. Good luck, guys. Do some push-ups if you want it. If not, you're lucky. See it this way. A lot of education today, okay? A fantastic setup one more time. Oh, sorry for that one. A fantastic setup. Entry Model 3, let it also just be a lesson, all right? Focus on the lesson, focus on the education, and you will see things come to fruition live on stream. So the only thing that matters is that you become a better trader, okay? You need to become a better trader. This is your moment to shine. So get into your Discord here and LTA is going to take over the game. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Thank you very much. Ikapad, thank you, man. Azilik, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for your support. See you soon, fam. Next time. Bye-bye.